my great honor to be standing here with Questlove.
Hello, how are you? How you doing? I'm fine, I'm fine.
How are you feeling about hosting the 535 Awards tonight?
You know, I try not to think of it because people that know me and know me well know that I am panic-stricken when it comes to addressing anybody, although I love to run my mouth on social media. No, but it's going to be a breeze, you know. I'm basically here to pay tribute to, you know, 5 different authors and you know, that shouldn't be a problem.
It's going to be fun.
Wax poetic on the joys and the pain of what it is to write a book. I'm a first-time author, so.
That's right. You're a debut author. You wrote the memoir, Moment of Blues.
Yeah, I'm working. The hardest thing is the first, just like a record, the first book is always the easiest. Well, I did 2 books. Like, I'm working on the 3rd one right now, and now it's like, now I'm starting to panic, so. But I'll be fine.
What is the 3rd one about?
I always wanted to do a memoir of food and just a book of food, sort of a collaborative effort. Talk to various chefs and kind of explore their lives outside of what they do. So.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
So you're from Philadelphia, Quest.
Yes.
I'm from Philadelphia.
Yes, yes.
So let's have some kind of Philadelphia off, where we battle for who's more Philadelphia.
Well, if that were the case, then I ask you to name, in 10 seconds, your top 5 cheesesteak spots. 9.
There's only 1. Steve's Prince of Steaks in Northeast Philadelphia. Next question.
Don't give me.
Question.
Don't give me the super obscure. Okay, what makes it perfect?
What makes it perfect?
Yeah.
I don't know, just the right amount of everything. What is your favorite?
I have a top 5.
What's your top 5?
Because people always ask me for my top 5.
Okay.
Number 5 is George's Pizza on Girard Avenue, kind of Northern Liberties. That's Northeast Light. R. Williamsburg. Number 4 would be Pagano's. There's a Pagano's in North Philadelphia.
I don't know that one.
They're plentiful.
Okay.
They're plentiful.
All right.
I will give a nod to number 3, which is the only touristy spot that I like is Ishkabibbles. Although they're under new management now, so the jury's kind of out on that. Number 2 would be Cosby's on 8th and Dickerson, and I believe Philadelphia Magazine declared that the best cheesesteak in Philadelphia. And my number 1 spot is Tony Luke's, which is on 2nd and Oregon. The juiciest, most perfect, cardiac arrest inducing bag with oil stains on it. Perfect cheesesteak you can ever have.
And would you prefer a Philly cheesesteak or a Wawa hoagie? Honey turkey with cheese.
You know, wow, the history of Wawa and my band runs deep, because when we first started, we started busking.
At the 5 spot?
Well, no, that's when we got established, but I mean, like, in '92, we would like busk on the street corner. And the whole goal was to just make enough money for the perfect date, which was any movie before 5 p.m. because back then movies were like $5 each. And then you take your girl to Wawa and you get half a pound of turkey, half a pound of pepper cheese, 4 Kaiser rolls, and then you take all the mustard and mayonnaise from the condiment stand. And that was a perfect date. You could have a perfect date in Philadelphia for $15.
And then where do you go with all of that good stuff?
You go to Penn's Landing. Instant picnic.
Sit on the water.
You sit on the water. Well, we used to sit there or sit, there's a spot on South Street that was like, now it's like expensive condominiums. Back then it was like dilapidated. That was like our hangout spot. And, you know, that was the perfect date. Now, You know, an average day for me is now like 1,500 a night.
Well, Quest, you have a lot to do tonight, so I'm going to let you go and do it.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
And finally, thank you to drummer, DJ, producer, author, culinary entrepreneur, and tonight's incredible host, Ahmir-Khalib Thompson. His memoir, Mo Meta Blues, showcases Questlove's virtuosity and how committed he has been to his work and his vision over the years. The book is also quite experimental, skipping into sections that operate as autobiographical discographies, and it also incorporates outside voices to complement or correct his narrative. For me, it was just a great thing to listen to while driving around in a Volvo in the suburbs growing up. In a passage where he discusses the importance of album reviews, how their authority will outlive our lifetimes and the bands in question, he writes, "Those words will still be there. The words are always there." It's a bit out of context, but that passage struck me as something profound and related to what we're attempting to do with the 5 Under 35 program, celebrating young writers and ensuring that their words and talent will be recognized by many generations of readers to come. So it's a pleasure to introduce you to Questlove, who, as if you didn't know already, is the drummer and co-founder of the Grammy Award-winning hip-hop band The Roots. He is also a world-renowned producer. Yeah. He's a world-renowned producer, arranger, and songwriter. And in 2009, The Roots became the house band for Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. Questlove has over 3 million Twitter followers, including me, and has been known to DJ damn near every night of his life. We're fortunate to have him here with us tonight.
Hey guys, how you doing? Hello, 535 people. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Ben. Leslie, and I think the pizza guy was also named Ben as well, right? But he drove the truck away. I didn't eat yet. Yeah, I know. Tears. Anyway, thank you for having me. Again, I'm Questlove, and welcome to the National Book Awards 5 Under 35 ceremony. Thank you for having me, despite the fact that I'm way over 35. Usually, if I host an event or do an event, it's about music or food or comedy or, I guess it's usually about lots of things, but that basically means it's mostly about nothing. But it's definitely not about books. And as it turns out, though, that books are important to me, as anything else. It's a world that I'm very connected to. I'm a first-time author. I'll try not to humble brag. My book, Mo Meta Blues, was released last year, and brag alert in 5 seconds. It made the list. See, I know author talk. It was a great process, and it was also a terrifying process as well, because you put yourself out there on paper, and then people experience it privately, and it's way different than live music, and it's different than even recorded music. So I have the utmost respect for tonight's authors and the risk that they took coming from the edge of that cliff and then jumping off that edge. It's amazing. When I think about my experience of writing a book, I can only compare it to that moment roughly 20 years ago. Way 30 years ago. When the Roots were getting ready to release our first record, Organics. And we were full of ideas, kind of in the best way or sometimes the worst way. It's hard for me to listen to that record, but we were absolutely unsure about what was the world going to make of us. And because it was a hip-hop record, we could announce ourselves with the title of the first track, which was The Roots Are Coming. And but we were coming sort of into a world where we really weren't sure if they wanted what we had to offer them. And so the process was a little nerve-wracking, and you know, and it was also exhilarating. But you know, when you meet artists who have been in this game longer, you know, we were kind of in awe of them. So 3 to 4 to 5 albums later, you know, it was all different for us, both in good and bad ways. But the beginning meant something, and it's always going to mean something. And it's that moment, very magical in many ways, when you shift from being a person who loves art to a person who makes art to a person who makes art and then sends it out into the world. So before we get started tonight, I just want to recognize all the authors. Can we give them a round of applause? All of them who are nominated, along with all the people in their lives that helped them to get to where they are, their friends, their families, editors, agents, fellow competitors. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you. Please enjoy tonight's event.